What's up, everybody? We got MLG Woke here. We're gonna look at the Real Game Awards today. This whole affair was just so embarrassing. Just a bunch of 40-something, just washed up. You can tell they're staring death in the face. They're scared. They go, "Oh, why wasn't the world the way it was when I was a little kid?" You know, this is the kind of people we're dealing with here. This is not the cream of the crop. This ain't even the cream of wheat. Right off the bat, we open up with what is supposed to be a biting indictment in the games industry with a caricature of Jeff Keighley and a gaggle of clapping seals with the name tags of the major gaming news outlets with the Hollywood Acceptance Awards behind them, which would be juvenile on-the-nose parody at best if this whole ordeal was about helping out game devs and dismantling capitalist bullshit. But no, as we'll see later, their answer to the poison of the industry is anime titty waifus and muscle men. The whole video has the energy of a three-way maskless orgy of "we demand to be taken seriously," "Daddy Horny Michael," and milquetoast taste that makes Ohio look like Machu Picchu. If you were fooled by the Orson Welles level commentary in the opening seconds, fear not, because the first cut takes you to a caricature of Hideo Kojima that would make even the American soldiers on the Pacific Front of World War II think maybe we shouldn't drop the bomb. We then see Jeff Keighley traverse through a few famous game environments before getting stopped and his award smashed by none other than Duke Nukem, who, as we all know, is so fresh and new and not played out, and not what teenagers thought was cool 30 years ago, and definitely not the most boring possible choice to show you're bad and rebellious. Just like back when you didn't need a hymn subscription to get half-massed alone with your computer while the ex-wife takes the kids to the Wisconsin Dells. The host, Stuttering Craig, starts off promisingly by saying this is about the community and independent developers. Hey, I like that. But the grift crystallizes when you realize that the problems they think plague the industry have nothing to do with layoffs, low wages, and corporate volatility, but rather it's all woke, the woke mind virus. And the corporate problems have nothing to do with the way capitalist institutions will inevitably run, but rather some kind of spiritual negligence, and no one allows boobies anymore. Have these guys met a lesbian? They love boobs and woke. And people ask me, MLG, why are you woke? And the answer is simple. Donald Glover said stay woke in 2016 and I haven't looked back. It's funny whenever this guy opens his mouth, like they totally undercut themselves by the beginning, because I just can't stop seeing racist Kojima. They say, "Oh, community, oh, player voice," and I see racist Kojima. Like, what do you guys think? Like you're trying to be taken seriously. I mean, they're not beating the Joe Bluth allegations here, not one bit. And then they go into this whole thing about like how Game Awards should be democratic and about giving a voice to the people, as if it's some kind of like political thing, which that just doesn't make any sense. Because I mean, yeah, award shows have always been dumb. Like, who gives a shit? Like, if you liked a game, like, I mean, are you serious? Like you feel empowered by like, oh, the game I liked won Game of the Year. Like, Jesus Christ, like, get a life, guys. I guess nothing's more American than exalting products to biblical levels of importance as if they're the way we'll find some meaning in this godforsaken universe. Now we get to the first award, and for Best Story, and big shocker, it's some of the best-selling games of the year. And also, unsurprisingly, Black Myth Wukong wins Best Story. Now, I like what I played of Wukong, but I think it speaks volume to the health of the medium. This is what people think the best story is. Also hilarious because it sold a shit ton. This is like the annoying baby brain Marvel fans that get mad that their mass market slop didn't win an Oscar. Once again, conflating rebellion with getting your food pre-chewed for you and vomited into your mouth without having to have an actual thought. Product. And that's not to hold up the Game Awards as some kind of paradigm of truth and authenticity. That's also corporate slop. But thinking you're going against the system by groveling over mass market appeal and nostalgia is like getting drone striked by Obama and deciding to give Bill Clinton a blowjob in response. Next we get to Justin Silverman, who's presenting the Best MMO Award. I love that he has all the products behind him, because that lets me know he likes products. I checked out the game company he works for, which apparently is like a project of this dude, the Angry Video Game Nerd. And yeah, you know, like all these people, they're trying to go back. But remember, kids, you can't go back. Nostalgia is a disease. And in the words of Doug Stanhope, the good old days weren't better, youth is what was good, and now you're dying. If you keep trying to chase the light of your past, you'll only end up with a shadow of what was good. A hollowness of where once was genuine joy, and then you'll end up making fucking bullshit videos like the Real Game Awards. But anyways, Final Fantasy XIV wins Best MMO, and just another list of incredibly popular and financially successful games. Let's move on. Yeah, next up we got this guy Camelot that's doing all this shit for the racing games. And yeah, honestly, I mean, I gotta give Matt props here real quick. He's got an open Monster White in the bottom right corner. Oh, doggy do I love that shit. It's a good thing you walk in the morning. You walk in fucking bright and early, 3 p.m., 7-Eleven. You see your boys at the counter, you say, yeah, I'll have a Monster White. It's a good call, Camelot. But anyways, they got these nominees for the racing games. I never heard any of these fucking games. I don't know, maybe they're like fucking driving games with tits. That's probably what this would be. But this Camelot guy, he says he's a professional racer. Seems likely. He's pretty fucking dumb. Anyways, yeah, it's fucking the driving games. Let's move on. Yeah, for some reason there's some fucking robot Gundam bullshit up here next. I gotta hit my... Sorry, I gotta take a vape here real quick. Yeah, so... There's some fucking Gundam dude. They're doing biggest cash grab because apparently these guys are fucking pissed off at corporations for stealing their money. The thing is, though, fucking corporations rule, man. I just want to give all my money to these fucking big teams of people. I just give those bonus salaries, because the thing is, if fucking Poppy Activision, fucking Dr. Actaman Visionian can't ride his yacht into the sunset and drink some beers with some fine ladies. I mean, I honestly feel these Real Game Awards, like, they should be in support of like all these cash grabs because they love tits so much, and you just know these CEOs are just having a great time on these yachts, and I'd love a yacht. Oh my god. But yeah, anyways, I guess the nominees are Last of Us Part 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. Which I don't even know if these are really cash grabs versus just, fucking opportunities to get some good money in the wallets of hardworking Americans. Honestly, people everywhere. I've always believed at MLG Woke that everyone's American. You go down to Antarctica, you see a fucking polar bear that took a flight from the, Arctic up north down to Antarctica. You see a polar bear down in Antarctica, you go, holy shit, that's a fucking American polar bear. That's always been my point of view. It always will be, and that's the way things should be. This is the kind of country we want to live in. It's a country of the world. I'm not a globalist. I think we're not looking big picture enough. We need America, the universe. We need America. What if the Bible was America? I mean, that's the kind of thing. What if the Bible was gay America with polar bears from the northern Arctic down in Antarctica, and they had the gay American Bible, and then that's a good cash grab. You can make a lot of money off of that. But next up, they got a little indie game showcase for this game Avatar, and I don't know jack shit about this game. Maybe the people that made it's cool, but it definitely looks like something that would be at an arcade for a bunch of old people that are fucking drinking, I don't know, applesauce out of straws. Here's the thing, like, I love independent games, specifically independent games that are gay. That's better inherently. Those things are just better. They're more in tune with the world. If you read a book, you read fucking, Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain, famous gay author Mark Twain, and you'll see, man, that little guy, that story was just made so much better because Mark Twain, if you don't know this, he was run by a corporation, right? That was, back then they didn't call it rainbow capitalism, they called it rainbow gold leaf bindings or some fucking bullshit like that, and just made everything better. So I don't know what this Avatar shit is. It looks a little too straight to me. It's not my kind of thing. And then also I just can't stop seeing that racist Kojima. I mean, what the hell are they thinking with that? I can't. Every time they mention something that kind of sounds positive, I'm like, what's going on? Is that supposed to be funny or something? Like, is that humor? Am I so devoid? Am I so absolutely exorcised from the rest of society that just like bad racist drawings of Japanese people is this the new Louis C.K. without the self-hand job lady not likey kind of thing? Is this what's going on? But I guess if you hate woke, then it seems like Avatar is the game for you. Yeah, so if you didn't already have your pants unzipped and you're cranking loudly at the Real Game Awards, that's for real guys and cool dudes only, then this VTuber Kirsha is about to get you all riled up. I mean, it's going to make you forget about all the times you just wanted to end it down in the basement or on the rooftop. I mean, this shit is just glorious. Nothing's cooler than like PS2 level anime lady. Really shows some sincerity and just like this is going to be a great time and they really care. I forget what the category is husbando of the year, which I don't know why they called it husbando. Is that some kind of reference to, is that like a MASH reference or something? Because these people are so old, probably a MASH reference. Barrett Wallace from Final Fantasy VII does win. Famed environmentalist Barrett Wallace. I guess that's something. I do like, I will appreciate how much, the joys of just a stand-up guy like Barrett is contrasted with the real classy and down-to-earth jiggle physics of Kirche and this establishment that is definitely should be taken seriously and propped up as kind of a bastion of creativity and thought. So let's get it up for Barrett. And I guess the lady makes some weird sex jokes too, because, who doesn't want to have sex with a computer? Next up on the docket, we got Waifu of the Year, with the nominees being Eve from Stellar Blade, Tifa from Final Fantasy, Bernice from Zenless Zero, and Juliet from Lollipop Chainsaw. I think it's really funny they got a lady to be the presenter of this, just so they didn't look like total creepos. They had the VTuber lady, which I guess probably was a guy, doing husbando, or it could have been anyone, AI, I don't know, some kind of madness of the digital world. Nothing's human, nothing's real anymore. But yeah, they got a lady on this one, I just think so they could just have the appearance of not just being oogling fiends, even though the category alone just indicts you as an oogling fiend. Now I will say I was a little surprised by this one with how old everyone is that's a part of all this shit, that someone from a 30-year-old game didn't win, but I guess it's also not surprising that Eve did, because she has been kind of at the epicenter of the revolution against people trying to take tits and asses away from the common person. A guy can't just have digital tits on his screen 24/7. I mean, woke is against that. I stand firmly against that. I think everyone should be in cardboard boxes. I'm a proud supporter of cardboard box sexuality, on the street, in the metaverse, in the bedroom even, in the bedroom especially, honestly, because who wants to be reminded of our just terrible animal visage? I think we should be covering everything, covering houses in cardboard boxes, trees especially. Look at those gnarly things. Stare at them too long and you wonder why they aren't talking to you. So no surprise that Eve won Best Waifu at the Real Game Awards, but this is just a problem with the anti-woke crowd. They are charlatans and zealots of darkness. For Best Third-Person Shooter, we got this guy, his username is Alec Baldwin's Finger, and I guess that's really, I don't know what that's in reference to. I'm pretty sure it's a reference to the kid named Finger meme, I'm pretty sure. I think he's a big Mike Ehrmantraut fan, especially with all the artillery behind him, or weapons, or whatever. I don't know. I like this guy's vibe, because you can just tell he's cool. You can tell he's badass. He's got, the pulse rifle behind him from Alien, and then he's got, a Barrett 50 caliber. I think that was originally in Modern Warfare 1. It also made a reappearance in Modern Warfare 2, I'm pretty sure, but Warhammer 40k wins, and definitely not being the old guy, and once again, Zealots of Darkness allegations. I will say though that I really liked Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, not for the shooting and the violence, I'm firmly anti that, but I just liked how much all the men had coverage on them. As a cardboard box sexual practice-y, I thought that was good, and it was good and modest, and that was honestly very woke. That was a woke thing the game did, and I liked that about it. For the Best FPS award, we got this guy, the Razor Fist, who honestly has such a badass vibe. This guy's got cool hair. He's got kind of like a monochromatic with the red sunglasses Sin City thing going on. He makes a joke about the hard R and Black History Month, and within the span of 2 minutes. And of course, once again, I can't keep saying this, but not beating the old man allegations, fucking RoboCop wins. And I also like RoboCop, but have you met Paul Verhoeven? He's literally like the king of woke. He's Wokesterdam. He is woke city. I mean, this guy has made incredible movies that, although they don't practice cardboard box sexuality, I just have to give a firm seal of approval. So to the FPS category, I give it 0, and I'll give an 11 out of 10 to Paul Verhoeven. Next up is the Best Company Award, and I think the funniest thing about this is, like, that I feel this is trying to be like kind of a renegade and countercultural operation, and then From Software wins Best Developer, which is just frankly hilarious because they've already won the actual like regular game awards. Like they won for Sekiro and they won for Elden Ring. So like, what are you protesting here? I don't see it. Is it? I think it's just they want racist Kojima. I think that's all there is. But we got a real special person coming up next. This is probably my favorite category coming up after this. I actually got that wrong. The next category is fighting games, and I'll keep this one brief because Dragon Ball wins. Oh, look at that. Oh, the undercurrent, the renegade opinion. Oh, Dragon Ball. No one's ever heard of it before. It's the underground. Okay, now it's the really funny one. We got Mr. Marty O'Donnell. Marty, you dog, making sweet chimes that rang through my childhood ears. A damn good composer and frankly just a fool of a human though. I mean, what is this guy trying to do? He's trying to go from games to politics? Like, stay in your lane, man. I thought the anti-woke was all about taking the politics out of games. He said, hey man, maybe all these politics in these games, maybe I'll get in politics. Seems like he might be the wokest ever if what he wasn't running for wasn't some bullshit. Oh, how the great angels of our day fall, Marty. Who would have thought? Did you think 20 years ago when you were composing finishing the fight for Halo 3 you'd end up on stream at the Real Game Awards on YouTube? Marty, my man, what are you doing? So now this video's just gone on just like awfully too long, and the rest of it is just absolutely a total sham. I mean, they're trying to be taken seriously and they have best journalist and worst journalist, and it's like, if you're trying to be taken seriously as an establishment and like not just be a total crock of bullshit, like what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you trying to rip on others? Like, that was about building people up. Like, their categories besides Game of the Year for the rest of this are best journalist, worst journalist, and best jiggle physics. Once again, you know, we're just in this maskless absolute orgy of Daddy Horny Michael. We demand to be taken seriously in this fucking facade of a Machu Picchu bullshit. And to round off the end of the Real Game Awards, we have Black Myth Wukong winning to, you know, oh wow, just such a renegade and bold choice. I don't know, it's funny because award shows, like, they talk about at the end, it's like, oh, we're giving back the players their voice. It's like, these are products. Like, you're a consumer, you vote with your wallet. Like, I thought you all were capitalists. What is going on here? Like, since when did you think that this would be like some kind of democratic process so you can feel better and like stroke your own ego? And like, what's the fun in like just knowing like you have the same opinions as everyone else? Is like that what awards are for? I don't even fucking know at this point. I think it's just racist Kojima, because this had the same like milquetoast opinions as every other award show, except it was just like vaguely racist and with more like just fondling over anime titties. I mean, the jiggle physics category alone was just like, the we demand be taken seriously just keeps increasing more and more to a point where I think I might have to drink like 14 beers and just watch the Dexter Jetster diner scene from Attack of the Clones on repeat until I can wash the Real Game Awards from my brain. Just like, what are we doing here? Like, what is the point of this? I know what's the point of anything. That's every day of my life, but come on guys, what are we doing here? But I guess at least we have real jiggle physics.